Who do you know? Who's okay with using children?
Yeah.
Jesse, who do you know? Who's allowed children to be murdered? If you think that I am capable of doing this, then go put a bullet in my head and kill me right now.
He's obviously not gonna do it. Oh, look at the mark.
Where are you going?
I'm gonna find this son of a bitch and I'm gonna kill him.
No. Don't. He'll see you coming. Then let me help.
This show really does spin everything around, doesn't it?
Oh, Jesus. Mr. Pinkman, I'm not gonna keep telling you. Unless the family wants you in there, you're not allowed. You can't keep coming in here like this. Mr. Pinkman, final warning.
Hey. Need to be at work now. I already told you I'm not going.
Got a batch that'll be ruined, and an employer who will be very upset if that happens.
I'm not leaving here. And if my employer has a problem with that, he can tell me himself. Not his errand boy. Hey, I don't know this guy! Call security! I'm being attacked!
I think Gus has underestimated Jesse, because Jesse he's the emotional guy, isn't he? And he reacts on his emotions, not on, it's hard to explain.
Got a situation.
And obviously what Walt is saying, it makes complete sense, doesn't it? That, Gus is not shy of killing young kids, so... Oh, making rice, are they making rice? And oh, they're making bomb. Oh, yeah, of course they're planning, aren't they? That's pipe bomb. Ugh. So yeah, remote pipe bomb shit. Oh, so... Oh... So Gus is going to come and see Jesse, and Walt is going to put a pipe bomb underneath the car and set it off remotely. What are they going to do with this guy then? Oh, he's going with them.
He'd like to speak with you.
I told you I'm not leaving.
He's downstairs.
I mean, this is almost the perfect plan, isn't it? Oh, is that in the, is it chapel?
The sick child. I understand your preoccupation, but Jesse, I am running a business.
That little boy upstairs is dying. I can't be away. I don't even want to be here now. I can't be away if something happens. If
I am very sorry. Is there anything I can do? I am on the board of this hospital. I can recommend doctors.
Of course you are.
Make sure he gets whatever he needs.
He was poisoned.
How did that happen?
The doctors, they don't know.
I think I'm gonna have to go straight into the next episode. I don't think I can wait a week.
Stay with the boy. Tyrus will dump what's there and clean the tanks. You will start a new batch when you are ready to return.
So he's trying to sweeten him up.
There you are. There you are. Keep going. Why'd you stop? Why did you stop? Come on. Come on.
He's not seen him, surely. Come on.
Come on, come on.
He's gonna look directly at Walt, isn't he? Oh shit, he's walking away.
Don't go, don't go, don't go, don't go. No.
Oh, I thought for sure they were gonna get away with it. Oh, this is intense, man. Okay, so yeah, another great episode. It's just getting better and better, isn't it? I think this was a really intense episode of quite a few things happening. I'm loving it. It's ridiculous. So yeah, we started off with Skylar and Walt packing, and at first I thought they were going away, with that witness protection type thing, but yeah, obviously they weren't, because Skylar spent the money on trying to sort out Ted, and then yeah, so they were going to Hank's place to hide out there, which is, you know, the best thing for them because there's protection there. You know, how good protection it is, I don't know, but you know, at least there's somebody there. And obviously Walt is not wanting to go because he's like, he is the target, he knows that, and I think Skylar's realizing that, you know, that's what's happening. It's not Hank who's in danger, it is the Waltz, it's the White family, isn't it? So yeah, obviously she's really upset the fact that, you know, he's not wanting to go with them, but I think Walt is right, you know, stay away from them. That's what he should have done from, you know, get-go. But yeah, he is the target, and you know, he's got to be a man about it and do what's right for, you know, to save his family. So him staying behind, I completely understand and I agree with that. So we see afterwards Walt sitting by the pool playing with like the revolver, and he just keeps turning back at him, and like it turned back at him twice, and it's like, no, you can't really read too much into that. You know, yeah, and he's been to it again, and then he points away from him. So like third time is not pointing at him, is pointing elsewhere, and it's like it's almost like he's sort of saying to himself, okay, third time is a plan. You know, you gotta step up and do what you can to survive, I guess. Um, and we saw Skylar Jr. and the baby at Hank's place, and Jr. obviously is not happy with the fact that Walt is staying behind, and of course he doesn't understand what's going on, does he? They're not going to tell him, I hope. Well, they probably will do, to be fair. But yeah, obviously he's not happy because he doesn't know the whole story, and again, he's just blaming everybody, and you can't blame him. He doesn't know what's going on, so yeah. And Hank is just like, oh, everybody's just overreacting. They're all reacting because they because of my free time, what I'm doing there. So it's nothing and this and that, and it's like he just doesn't know what's going. He has a very good clue about what's going on, but he doesn't know how much in danger he actually is. I don't think. Other than that, he's playing it off really well. So he was telling him about the fringe, and was it Polos Hermanos, that he believes that he's the one doing the meth and that, and he's just basically egging Steve on, isn't he, to go out there and check it out, and I think he's playing to his ego. It's like, yeah, well, you've never really been good at this and that, so it's like, well, Stevie's got to man up and prove himself that he actually is good at doing that. So yeah, so Steve, he obviously goes out to the laundrette, and he gets past the guy, and I don't really know how that would work because that guy is not the owner of the place, so I don't know if it would be a legal search or what, if they would need the owner's consent. I'm not too sure how that works, but if that is how it works, they got nothing really, do they? I mean, they didn't find anything, but he took pictures that, I'm sure Hank is gonna find something in these pictures, isn't he? And obviously Jesse and was it Tyrus? They were in the lab underneath, and they can't cook, so yeah, yeah. And Jesse's not happy because he's like having to be like smuggled in and out to get to work, and he's not happy about that. And we then saw Jesse being taken out, and his car was like out in the desert somewhere, so it's quite a way they have to go to sort of protect what's going on there. So he sort of tries to ring Walt, and why is he ringing Walt? Oh yeah, obviously that's because he's sure that Walt is behind this search. He's spoken up, and he believes Walt is the reason why they're having to search the place. But he doesn't get an answer, so he listens to his messages, and Saul is, been trying to call him again and again and again and again. So he goes to see Saul, and Saul is trying to, get rid of all evidence of what he's been doing and who his clients is and that. And he's panicking, because he's obviously one of his clients is Walt, and Walt's been planning this and that, and that's obviously Saul is going to be seen as being a part of that. So if they get rid of Walt, then they might have to get rid of Saul. So I can understand why he's panicking and want to get out of there. And Jesse's like, what the hell is going on here, and blah 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 blah. And he sort of finds out that Walt, he's been threatened, basically, that Walt was threatened by Gus. His life was threatened, and Jesse wasn't aware of that. So that sort of puts Jesse at like, what the hell is going on here? And it is hard for Jesse, isn't it? Because you got Gus and Walt, and they're both really good liars, poker faces, and who do you believe? Walt is angry at him, so he might want revenge, but then Gus is manipulative son of a bitch, isn't he? So yeah, yeah. I'm glad I'm not Jesse. Let's put it that way. So yeah, he gets a phone call, and it's obviously Andrea. Brock is in the hospital, so Jesse goes to see what's going on, and yeah, apparently they thought he had the flu, but Jesse kind of works out when he goes to have a cigarette that the ricin is gone, and he works out that the kid's been poisoned rather than having an illness or that kind of thing. So he tells Andrea to go and tell him that he's ricin, that's to save the kid's life, and then he bails out of there, and he goes to see Walt because he's sure Walt has something to do with it. And again, that's I think that's a very clever game that Gus is playing with Jesse, because Jesse doesn't want Walt dead. He's made that clear, and the only sort of way to get rid of Walt is to sort of frame Walt to make Jesse think that Walt is behind, this kind of thing. And like I said, Jesse's a very emotional guy. He plays on his emotions, and he doesn't necessarily think straight. He just reacts. So he goes to see Walt, and is accusing Walt of having poisoned the boy, because Walt came to see the boy last night, and he looked at him, and in Jesse's paranoia, it has to be Walt. But like Walt said, because Jesse was saying that he had the ricin in his pack in the morning, and then it was gone. And of course, Walt hadn't seen Jesse that morning, so it couldn't have been Walt, could it? And yeah, it could have been Tyrus, couldn't it? Because like they said, the locker. Yeah, that makes sense. I can't remember if we've seen him sort of. No, I don't think we have. But yeah, he's got to be Tyrus, hasn't it? And yeah. So Jesse's kind of trying to work out what the hell's going on, but he still believes, it's Walt. So he puts the gun to Walt's head, and he wants to kill Walt. And like Walt says, this is what Gus wants. He sent you to kill me, because Walt knew that Gus was going to send somebody to kill him. He just didn't think it would be Jesse, and that's how basically Gus has set Jesse up to kill Walt. And Walt, I think, made a really good point that who do you know would kill kids? And that is obviously Gus. He's kids are just workers, and they don't mean anything to him. So yeah. And I think that's what Jesse realizes, that Walt would never kill a kid. There's no way he would ever do that. And obviously Gus is quite happy to do that. It doesn't bother him at all. So Jesse realizes, yeah, it's all been set up by Gus for Jesse to kill Walt. So yeah. And then Jesse, again, he reacts on his emotions, and he just wants to go straight up there and kill Gus, and Walt is like, no, let me help you. So yeah, very good, very good scene. Both the guys were just brilliant. Yeah. So so Jesse goes back to the hospital, and then you just kind of see Jesse wants to see what the kid is, what's happening with the kid, but the nurse is like, no, get out of here. And he's just basically waiting all night. And meanwhile, Walt, I thought he was gonna like cook some more rice and try and kill Gus that way, but no, he's making a pipe bomb, remote bomb to get. So they've obviously been talking, and they've said Jesse needs to stay at the hospital, lure Gus in, and then while he's in the hospital, then go and put the bomb under the car, and as soon as they leave, Walt will set it off, and they'll get rid of me that way. Excellent plan. Very very well thought out, I think. So So yeah, Jesse's at the hospital, and Gus comes to see him, and yeah, again, Gus is like he's all about business, but sort of to try and manipulate Jesse. He's like, okay, you then stay at the hospital, and you'll come and cook next week, and we'll sort out the new batch for you. So yeah, I think it's definitely manipulating Jesse into thinking, oh, okay, this guy's all right. So he's giving me this week, which is bullshit. So yeah, as Gus is leaving, obviously he goes towards the car, but then he stops and he's like, yeah, obviously suspicious about something. So I think he's always this kind of like paranoid guy, and like Walt said, he's like 10 steps ahead of Walt, and he is here again, that he's sort of worked out that this could be a hit. There could be something dodgy, because Jesse's obviously very upset that this kid is in the hospital, has been poisoned, and I think sort of Gus sort of thought that he obviously knows that Jesse's been to see Walter. He's obviously he would know that, wouldn't he? Because I think they got a tail on Jesse all the time. So I think he's sort of working out that perhaps him and perhaps Jesse and Walt are plotting something, and yeah, he becomes a bit suspicious and then just walked away, and Walt is over on the other side, just like, no, panicking like crazy. It's like, no, you can't walk away. And then he walks away, and he's just like, plan failed. Yeah, mission incomplete. Yeah, and then they ended like, I thought they were just gonna be like, for this episode, just ended on Gus sort of looking, and then it would end, and then you would have to wait until next week to see whether he was gonna go in the car and then get blown up. But no, he didn't. He just walked away. So yeah, the plan failed. So I don't know what's gonna happen next episode. I think Jesse and Walt are. I think it's season finale, isn't it? Next episode. So I think definitely Jesse and Walt are gonna want revenge on Gus. So I don't know, but yeah, obviously Gus is suspicious of both of them. So I don't know. I would imagine Jesse's life is in danger again, isn't it? So I really don't know what's gonna happen. I mean, I could sort of maybe see that. I think Hector obviously is very pissed off at Gus. So I don't know if Jesse and Walt could use that to an advantage. Because Jesse obviously, he's been forced, hasn't he, to work for Gus, and he's had to do what he had to do. So I don't know if they would maybe team up with Hector somehow to get Gus. Because obviously Gus is a bigger priority for Hector than Jesse and Walt would be, isn't it? So yeah, maybe they would team up, I don't know. But anyway, I think I'm going to stop here. But absolutely amazing episode. I can't wait to get stuck into the next one. I think I am going to wait a week just so I can sort of process this episode properly, and that, so I don't rush into things. So yeah, I just want to thank you guys so much for commenting and your patience and that, and yeah, I just love sharing this. I wasn't too impressed with the first couple of seasons, but it's just amazing now, and I'm glad I stuck with it. So that being said, guys, thank you so much for watching, and yeah, I will see you in the next episode.